headlines and that slow start to the season have really picked it up. And now, moving on to the NBA Cup championship game, here's Giannis postgame.
This game, back and forth, you guys were able to close it out down the stretch. What did it take to be able to get it done in the fourth quarter?
We got stops. We got stops. That was the most important thing down the stretch, to get stopped. You know, they were feeling very comfortable. They were getting to the spots, but we were able to disrupt their offense. The other way, offensively for us, we were moving the ball. We were playing team basketball. We were getting to our spots. We were able to knock down some few shots down the stretch, so that's why we were able to get the win.
Giannis, I know you were very vocal this week about the bad taste in your mouth losing in the semifinals last year. You're into the NBA Cup Finals now. How, as a team, were you able to approach this game to be able to get to where you are now?
Just have fun. Enjoy the game. Take it possession at a time and win the game. That's it. If we compete, we're going to win the game.
As a team, you guys started the season 2-8. You're now 12-3 in the last 15 games. I know you and Dame have said you've never lost hope. What has been the turnaround these last 15?
We trust one another. We trust one another now. We play together. There's no more hero ball. I think in the beginning of the season, we tried to do it by ourselves. I think we're a very talented team, so sometimes that can affect the team. You know, a lot of guys can take it off the dribble, can try to score by themselves, but the moment we figure out that we got to compete as a team, we got to move the ball as a team, we got to play together, we've changed our season around, but we got to keep going. Like, the job's not done. Job's not done so far. We have 55 games left, so we just got to keep playing together, and hopefully we can keep getting better.
And the next one's the NBA Cup Finals. Giannis, congratulations. We'll see you Tuesday.
Thank you. See you Tuesday.
All right, Assist of the Night presented by State Farm. And for this, we go Jalen Johnson to Dyson Daniels.
Ooh, I did. Clint Capella touch that? Uh-oh. Poor Clint. Poor Clint.
We're going to go officially here, Jalen Johnson to Dyson
team.
Daniels. Pay some bills with that right there.
Yeah.
But again, the Hawks lose this game. We'll get into Trae Young in a second, but what Giannis did, it's happening on a nightly basis, right? You're looking at these gaudy numbers, and they're happening on a nightly basis, and he's doing it so efficiently. I mean, now that Giannis and his team is winning, we're starting to hear those MVP talks again.
Yeah, I think at the beginning of the year, they just looked discombobulated. It's one of my favorite words. And I think, I don't know what they did over the summer, but I think it's taken them 10 games, and he said no hero ball. And there's only two players that can play hero ball, him and Dame. So I don't know. We had a chance to talk to Bobby Portis on another show I did. He said, we're starting to go out. Their chemistry is getting better. The trust is getting better. You can practice all you want, but if your team doesn't know each other, if we don't connect off the court, then it's just not going to translate when things get tough. And they've won a bunch of close games during this run. And they've also lost some games that they shouldn't have, that I thought built them up to where they are now, where things, you know, Atlanta Hawks played this fast-paced game. And when that happened, Giannis and Dame said, hold on, that's not how we win. That's not Bucks basketball. And so that's when that team, when you have those two guys and the players that are around them, that's when they become dangerous. They go, hold on, we don't want to play fast. We want to play slow. We want to punish you, stop the flow of the game by getting to the free throw line. We want to get you guys in foul trouble, and then we want to execute in that half court. And Giannis, his physicality is just so it's I don't want to say unnatural, but it is so different than how everyone else plays in the league. Like right here, he sees one or two people, and he's like, well, neither one of you are going to stop me, right? And these jumpers, you'll take that, but he's making them at a better clip. But right here, like Jalen Johnson's not a small dude, and he had no chance. So for me, health is huge, continuing to get better. I think one thing we need to talk about is let's get their bench into it more. If they really want to have a chance to be aggressive or going for another chip, we're going to need to involve Bobby Portis a little bit more. A.J. Green's been solid, was guarding pretty good. Trae Young tonight. And so, yeah, the rest of those guys, I'm just like, get them along while you're winning.
Yeah, and Chris Middleton coming off the bench right now, 22 minutes in this game, just 6 points. Again, as he gets more healthy.
Oh, goodness. It's going to be a fun team to watch.
Trae Young. Again, the shooting numbers are down, but, man, every night, 20 and 10 with this guy, and the way he's distributing the ball, I mean, it really feels different.
Right. Yeah, what's your favorite type of pizza?
Pizza? I'm a cheese guy.
Okay, is that not the most simple? Sometimes less is more.
Yeah.
Okay, he doesn't need to do all those things other than be a great leader, communicate, put effort on a defensive end, and he always is top 5, top 6, top 10 in assists in the league. So when I talk to smaller guards on my son's team who's 14, I said, look at Trae Young. He is the most skilled small guy in the NBA. And I'm not talking about Kyrie is small or Steph is small. Trae is small guy. He does everything almost perfect. And so for me, what he needed to do was be committed to the defensive end. He did a double team closeout across the court that I was freaking out back there with Danny Green. Like, we've never seen that. And so what he's doing is he's becoming a leader. I don't know if this summer they were talking about trades. They had conversations with the young guys. But I think they built the team and said, Trae, for us to be good, we need the best parts of you. We need you to be committed to these things. He's been doing it. So give him a bunch of credit.
And like you mentioned, Jalen Johnson playing well. DeAndre Hunter off the bench has been outstanding this year. That 3-and-D guy they wanted him to become, he is that this year.
Dyson Daniels is ridiculous.
Yes.
People are like, oh, nobody plays defense. Man, watch the Hawks.
Right.
Man, watch the Hawks.
Right.
These teams are playing good defense.
Yeah, really interested because now you got this OKC team that we talk about, hey, NBA Finals potentially, and then you got the Bucks, again, who had that slow start to the season but now are roaring right back up. Giannis is playing at this incredible level. How are you breaking this down? What are you seeing?
So I break it down into OKC's, boxes and elbows defense. How are they going to load up to Giannis and physicality? Are they going to press? They have smaller guys. So what I think OKC is going to do to slow him down is to pick him up. Don't let that Rhino get a full head of steam or else he's impossible to guard. And I think what they're going to do is make sure Dame has to shoot over a contested shot. I think they're going to pick their poison. Either Giannis is going to play one-on-one versus their team, or Dame and Giannis are going to figure out how to get that screen and roll going. I think, a sleeper guy who think is going to have a big game, I think Brook is going to have a really big game. I think if he can block shots around the rim, if he can space the floor, then it's going to create opportunities for Giannis and Dame.
That OKC defense and their ability to create turnovers, I mean, that is real special.
It's unique because what they do is they pressure you to another guy, and then both guys are reaching. I think they lead the league in deflections, so it's their energy. I think they played almost 10 or 11 games with 5 guys who are 6'6", right? And anytime you get it on the post, if you look right here, just send it to another guy. Lugens out there hustling the floor, and then they get out and
Montreal.
run. Again, anytime you play one-on-one, you need to protect the ball. Even right there as he shot it, right? Everyone's swiping, going for the ball, so you have to be strong. I think what Giannis is going to realize is when they force him left and he goes back to spin, everyone knows the scouting report, you can't stop it, but when he goes to spin, there's going to be somebody on him every single time. So he's either need to kick early and get Taurean Prince and the other guys, AJ Green, hitting those threes so they can have space to operate. If they can win this paint game, I think they win.
How do the Bucks stop SGA?
Yeah, that's a different problem. I think, honestly, you have to switch. And you have to be physical with him and don't give him options. His skill set is crazy. He can go anywhere he wants on the court. Don't foul and give him one option. Send him to your bigs since you have 14 feet of human being down there with Brook and Giannis.
Both of these guys, I mean, 30-point games, it just seems like they're the top 2 guys in the NBA as far as putting up that number.
Yeah, those numbers. I mean, we obviously know Jokic is there, but it's just different the way that each one is doing.
Right.
And it's amazing for a league, and we need to give more props to those guys.
And it's great for 2 teams that, again, have aspirations to go to the NBA Finals, to get a win like this.
Yeah. I think, listen, I know Boston is amazing, but all the rest of these teams are starting to climb that ladder.
Yeah. Houston, hey, listen, they didn't make